stop everything you're doing right now. Before you spend another dime, before you empty that change jar sitting in your closet, you need to hear this. That ordinary-looking Kennedy half-dollar from 1977 gathering dust in your drawer could be worth thousands of dollars, and most people have absolutely no idea. I'm not talking about some rare treasure that only exists in museums. I'm talking about a coin that millions of Americans handled, spent, and completely overlooked. But here's the thing that'll blow your mind. Some of these 1977 Kennedy half-dollars are selling for more than a used car, and the people who found them had no clue what they were holding until it was almost too late. Picture this. It's 1977. America is celebrating its bicentennial aftermath. Star Wars just hit theaters, and the United States Mint is quietly producing millions of Kennedy half-dollars that nobody's really using anymore. By this point, half-dollars had practically vanished from everyday circulation. People were hoarding them, forgetting about them, tossing them into jars and piggy banks without a second thought. And that's exactly what makes this story so incredibly shocking. The 1977 Kennedy half-dollar wasn't meant to be special. It was just another commemorative piece honoring President John F. Kennedy, whose assassination in 1963 had shaken the entire nation. His profile on that coin, designed by Gilroy Roberts, captured a moment in American history that people still felt deeply about. The reverse, showing the presidential seal with that magnificent eagle, was created by Frank Gasparo. These weren't just coins. They were tiny monuments to a fallen leader, pieces of American grief and hope cast in copper and nickel. But here's where everything changes. The U.S. Mint produced these coins at two facilities in 1977, Philadelphia and Denver. Now, stay with me, because this is where fortunes are made and lost. The Philadelphia Mint struck their coins with no mint mark, while Denver added a small D right there on the obverse, just below Kennedy's neck. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. Because what happened next created a treasure hunt that's still happening today, right now, maybe even in your own home. Imagine you're a collector in 1978, and you're going through your pocket change. You grab a 1977 half-dollar, and something catches your eye. The strike looks different. The details seem sharper, or maybe they're weaker. You notice the surfaces have an unusual luster. Your heart starts racing because you've just stumbled onto something that numismatists dream about. An error coin. Here's what makes certain 1977 Kennedy half-dollars worth absolutely insane amounts of money. The Mint made mistakes. Beautiful, valuable, life-changing mistakes. Some coins were struck on wrong planchets, meaning the metal blank they used wasn't supposed to be a half-dollar at all. Others have doubled dies, where Kennedy's profile or the lettering got stamped twice, creating this ghostly doubling effect that's visible to the naked eye. And then there are the off-center strikes where the design isn't properly aligned, creating a coin that looks like it was made during an earthquake. But wait, there's more. And this is the part that makes me absolutely lose my mind with excitement. Some 1977 Kennedy half-dollars were struck in 40% silver as special collector's editions. These weren't released for circulation. They were sold directly to collectors in special mint sets. And here's the kicker. Occasionally, through some miracle of human error or cosmic coincidence, a few of these silver beauties ended up in regular circulation, mixed right in with the copper nickel-clad versions. So what are we talking about in terms of actual value? Buckle up. A regular 1977 Kennedy half-dollar in average, circulated condition might be worth its face value, 50 cents, maybe $1 or $2 to a collector who needs it. But that's not what we're here for. A 1977 D half-dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS67 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for hundreds of dollars. I've seen them go for $500, $600 at auction. But those error coins, those spectacular mistakes, we're talking thousands. A 1977 Kennedy half-dollar with a significant double die error sold for over $3,000. Off-center strikes, depending on how dramatic the error is, can fetch anywhere from several hundred to multiple thousands of dollars. And those silver strikes in perfect condition? Some have sold for prices that would make your head spin. Now close your eyes for a second and imagine this scenario. You're cleaning out your late grandfather's estate. You find an old cigar box filled with coins he collected over the years. Among them, sitting there innocently, is a 1977 Kennedy half-dollar. You almost toss it aside thinking it's worthless. But something makes you pause. You look closer. You see that doubled die. You see that off-center strike. You realize you're holding something that could pay off debt, fund a vacation, or help with your kids' college tuition. This isn't fantasy. This happens to real people every single day. Someone finds a coin they've owned for decades and discovers it's worth a fortune. The 1977 Kennedy half-dollar represents more than just money. It represents hope, possibility, and the incredible idea that treasure can be hiding in the most ordinary places. So here's what you need to do right now. Go find every half-dollar you own. Check your change jars, your old collections, your parents' drawers. Look for that 1977 date. Examine it carefully under good light. Look for doubling, look for off-center strikes. Check if it might be silver by weighing it.